Make way. The new music food truck is backing in. Powered by Ion Indie Magazine.
Welcome to the big new beat in popular music.
It's the new music food truck with Stace Edwards.
Hey, it's Stace. We're back with another new music food truck. Let me guess, you could smell what we were cooking outside, right? You had to stop in and see what was going on. Glad you did. Another great hour of alt and indie music from across the globe. Jem's in the back. He promises the show's gluten-free. If this is your first time in, well, thanks for stopping by. I'm Stace Edwards. My brother Jim and I put together this little show every week. Now that you found us, head over to our website, newmusicfoodtruck.com. Make sure to subscribe. You'll get a notification every time we post a new show. Of course, we're active on our socials as well. Give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. A great way to stay connected to the new music food truck. Got a good one lined up for you this week. We'll meet the band The Meeting Place. That's the new project from Ryan Delahousie from Blue October. Plus, we'll feature some brand new stuff, hot off the grill from Never Loved, Third Eye Blind, The Greeting Committee, a second helping of Miss Hollywood on the way, and how about a little something to get you started from White Reaper. Bands out of Louisville, Kentucky, they've got this really cool new single called Might Be Right. Let's check it out. It's White Reaper. Hey, order up. This is the new music food truck.
So I woke up with a curse. I was searching, I was looking through the purse, taking measures to defend, because I swore you'd always treat me like a friend, and I always fall a little short in front of you. Yeah, I always fall a little short in front of you. Alright, and if you still won't go, tell your sister that I told her so. Tie the shirt into another bow. Take a dip into the stash you stole. If you think I'm gonna leave that golden girl up alone all night, I may trick myself, she couldn't shake it, so I guess you might be right. So it's easy to believe. Well, I suppose I simply wasn't meant to be. Well, my mother told me first. She said when things are getting better, God, they might be getting worse. And I always fall a little short in front of you. Yeah, I always fall a little short in front of, a little short in front of you. Alright, and if you still won't go, tell your sister that I told you so. Tie the shirt to another bow. Take a dip into the stash you stole. If you think I'm gonna lay that golden girl up alone all night, I may trick myself, she couldn't shake it, so I guess you might be right. We're gonna keep the lights down, keep the lights down, keep the lights, keep the lights down, keep the lights down, keep the lights, keep the lights down, keep the lights down, keep the lights, keep the lights down, keep the lights down, keep the lights down. Alright, and if you still won't go, tell your sister that I told her so. Tie the shirt to another bow. Take a dip into the stash you stole. If you think I'm gonna lay that golden girl up alone all night, I may trick myself, she couldn't shake it, so I guess you might be right.
Hey guys and gals, this is Matt from Miss Hollywood. You're listening to the new music food truck.
LA, I'm back again. I'm looking for my friend that you swallowed. You look just like My face turned blue when I learned the truth. Large like fame, but full of sorrow. Where you go, do you feel alone? I'll give my heart if you give your heart. We can do it together. Further down the road, on and on it goes. It's hard when the stars falling apart. We can do it together.
Matthew Ostrander, who spent a couple of years as the guitar player with Blue October, he's got his own project called Miss Hollywood. That's Hey LA. We talked with Matthew on last week's show. Catch a replay of that interview on our site, newmusicfoodtruck.com.
The New Music Food Truck Concert Showcase.
Well, here's something a little different, but very cool. Hawthorne Heights. Their latest album's called Bad Frequencies, but back in mid-July, they released a 2-track cover EP called Dads of Sad. One of the singles they covered was from Casey Musgraves, a song called Butterflies. The guys are out on the road. They'll be in Vegas on the 21st of August, the Backstage Bar with the band Emery. Then it's off Phoenix, Arizona on the 22nd, Albuquerque, New Mexico on the 23rd, Lubbock, Texas, Dallas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio to wrap up the August dates. And if you missed those shows, they're back at it starting early part of November along with Newfound Glory, Free Throw, and Jetty Bones. They'll kick off that leg of the tour in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And for all of our friends listening in Europe, Hawthorne Heights will be heading your way starting February 7th in London. You can catch the band's full itinerary right now at newmusicfoodtruck.com. Let's take a listen. Butterflies, Hawthorne Heights. It's our concert showcase, the New Music Food Truck.
I was just coasting, never really going anywhere. Caught up in a web, I was getting kinda used to staying there. And out of the blue, I fell for you. Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down. Stealing my heart instead of stealing my crown. Untangle all the strings on the wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud9 was always out of reach. Now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. Kiss full of color makes me wonder where you've always been. I was hiding in doubt till you brought me out of my chrysalis. And I came out new. All because of you. Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down. Stealing my heart instead of stealing my crown. Untangle they're stealing my crown. Untangle all the strings on the wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud 9 was always out of reach. Now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. Yeah, you give me butterflies.
The new music food trucks, Ion Indie Music, Takeout.
Playing biker dive bars is what frontman Andy LaPuque of Combi Christ loves to do, and Wally's in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire is exactly that. Ion's Erica and Daniel Johnson got to sit down with Andy and catch up just before Combi Christ crushed it later that night. You'll have a front row seat to the show with their eye-popping picks and read what the band's been up to since they were featured a year ago. It's all in Ion Indie Magazine this month, along with over 100 pages of the best in indie music, absolutely free online at Ion Indie Magazine. That's I-O-N Indie. Indie with an I-E magazine. IonIndieMagazine.com.
The new music food trucks, Ion Indie Music, Takeout.
Get to know your neighbor. Get to know them well. Don't do me a favor. Save it for the kiss and tell. Take a spin in the turnstile. Back on the other side. Always on the surface. There's nowhere to hide. I was looking backwards. Now I'm looking in. Pushing through the awkward. It's kinda late to begin. In the thick of the best times. Thinning out of the worst. Moving on to the next crime. Treat it like it's a first. Don't wanna let you go. Don't wanna let you know. Shouldn't have let you go. I should have let you know. So get up on the first floor. Move it up to the suite. Heat it up till it blisters, baby. Wipe the sweat off the seat. Take a spin in the bad boy. You can sit in the back. Put the bass on the boombox, baby. When I switch the track. Don't wanna let you go. Don't wanna let you know. Shouldn't have let you go. I should have let you
That's Imperial Teen with Don't Want to Let You Go. It's from their first new album in 7 years called Now We Are Timeless. Imperial Teen, by the way, a San Francisco-based band which is made up of Roddy Bottum of Faith No More. A much, much different sound for Roddy Bottum with Imperial Teen. They've been releasing records since 1996. Now We Are Timeless is their latest. I'm Stace Edwards.
It's the new music food truck.
Some freshly ground pepper, man.
Weekly special.
Our weekly special comes from the Newcastle three-piece Sapien Trace. Jim says he needed a little something to dance to in the kitchen, so here you go. It's called Precipice. Sapien Trace, our weekly special, the new music food truck.
The skies are blue. Don't know what to say. I'll pull you back from the precipice. When your lights go out, no energy to shout. I'll pull you back from the precipice. When it's black as night and you can't fight, I'll pull you back from the precipice. Don't give up, oh no. Don't give up, oh no. When nobody cares, you're feeling scared, I'll pull you back from the precipice. When the words to say, you can't fight away, I'll pull you back from the precipice. When you believe no one sees, I pull you back from the precipice. Oh yeah. I'll be there, oh yes I will.
Houston, we have a problem.
Here we go.
Let the bass kick.
Just getting started. Y'all come back for another heaping helping of tasty tunes on the new music food truck.
Text and whatever. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to buckle up your kids.
I know.
Sometimes car seats can be complicated.
I know.
And if your child's in the wrong seat and you get into a crash,
I know.
it could lead to a serious injury.
I know.
So you're 100% sure you have the right car seat for your child's age and size?
I don't know.
Don't think you know. Know you know. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Make sure you have the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear, filling in for Smokey on his birthday, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Just look at the news. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless. And I'm not just talking about obvious things like campfires or letting your totally sweet nephew, Francis, play with matches. I'm talking about dumping your used barbecue coals willy-nilly or parking your car on tall, dry grass. That can lead to poof. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. But listen, being a South Carolinian, I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous, deciduous, or new car scented. So if you love the outdoors like me, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention, because fire safety is always in season. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're a band of shepherds, and you're listening to the New Music Food Truck.
It's the New Music Food Truck with Stace Edwards.
You got a hold on me, build my life around sound to keep you dancing. Now I can't move without wondering if you're going to. You tell me, don't hush, I'm singing. Don't you worry, what's the hurry, baby? Know that you've got me. If you need me, you can find me. Giving you everything for always and evermore. What's that I live for? When you're looking right through, if you need me, you can find me. Giving you everything for always and evermore. What's that I look for? When you're looking right through, if you need me.
That's the Greeting Committee. Brand new stuff called You've Got Me. We're going to get a chance to talk to the Greeting Committee on next week's show. I'm Stace Edwards. Let's meet the band.
Would you like to know more?
Meet the band on the new music food truck.
Ryan Delahousie, you know him best as the violin player from Blue October. He's got his own project now called The Meeting Place. Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me on.
So, of course, when you think of Blue October, you think Justin Furstenfeld. But tell us the two things we need to know about you and The Meeting Place.
Most important thing about me, I am a rock violinist. And The Meeting Place is a side project of mine when I'm not working with Blue October. And it is a collaboration of multiple artists that come together and make good music.
So as a member of Blue October, you've had a chance to do a lot of things as a band. So what have you been able to take away from that experience that has helped you as a, well, I guess it's somewhat of a solo artist?
So being in Blue October has been amazing, and it is working in the studio, now 11 studio records and 2 live records. I think my in-studio knowledge has increased so much that it's helped me have the confidence to walk into a studio as a side project and get the job done. And work with amazing engineers and speak the language and really get a quality product out for the listeners.
So as a multi-instrumentalist, did you find yourself ever having to just learn new instruments on the fly to complete the project with The Meeting Place?
I play most of the instruments on the record. I had a guest guitarist, guest drummer, another guest violinist, guest bass player. So most of the demoing is done all by me on instruments that I can play: piano, violin, mandolin, guitar, and then I try to create a drum beat, and then I get into the studio and fix it once I'm there. I have always been a multi-instrumentalist. I started piano at 4, and then violin at 5, viola at 7, mandolin around 8 or 9, and then guitar around 11. And then I picked up drums well into my 20s after that. Bass just sort of picked it up because I know the strings. And then with Blue October, I brought back some of the instruments that I hadn't played in years, so I mostly started with Blue October on mandolin and violin. Violin mostly, then mandolin, and then I brought the piano in as we needed it, and started playing guitar on songs as we needed it. So a little bit of both.
Let's talk about the road. How about some road stories? Blue October, certainly a touring band for a lot of years. Is there any, and if so, can you share any memories from the road?
Man, there's so many great things that happen on the road, so many awesome people that you meet, and bands that you become friends with forever. We definitely have had our fair share of pranks that have happened to us, and then also some scary things. We've been involved in an accident before, but not too terrible. Nobody got hurt, but pretty scary. A drunk driver hit the back of our trailer at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we woke up to police on the side of the road and whatnot. So that was pretty crazy.
Well, while we're talking about being out on the road, do you have a particular favorite place to get to when you guys hit the road?
Man, there's so many great cities all over this nation and awesome people. We definitely love the more recreational areas where we can get into the mountains or down to the beach or on the forests or parks and whatnot. I particularly love the Pacific Northwest, such a great area of the country. Also, anywhere in the world, we travel to Germany and to places like that. So I love seeing the old churches and the historical architecture around the world.
How about food? Being from Texas, lots of great food in Texas. Got a particular favorite?
Well, Texas has great Tex-Mex, so we love tacos and queso, and Herbert's Taco Hut down in San Marcos, Texas. That's the place, baby. Y'all go eat there.
One of our favorite questions here on the Food Truck. What would you say pairs best, food and drink-wise, with a night of listening to The Meeting Place?
Well, I'm going to say a good night of tacos and coffee. That sounds good to me. I don't drink, so anybody else, you can pop a cerveza and enjoy some tacos and queso out on the lake. I think that would be an awesome time with The Meeting Place.
Ryan, I love catching up with you, man. Best of luck with you and The Meeting Place. What's coming up next for The Meeting Place?
Well, down in Texas, in Fort Worth, on August 22nd, there is a show. The Meeting Place is a show, our first show, actually, and it's at a place called Maine at Southside. Tickets are $13 a day of, $10 pre-sale, if you feel like coming down to Texas.
Well, thanks again for being here, man. Let's get into some music. What song are we going to play? And set us up a little bit.
Well, the song's called Strobe Light. I wrote it mostly on the road. Finished it in London. Lyrically, I finished it in London. And I just spent a lot of time walking around London and really trying to find the essence of the lyrics and the way that I was feeling. The song's about my wife and about how she moves me and how she's my rock, and pretty much couldn't do it without her. She helps raise our family, and she's an amazing woman. And so that's what it's about.
Ryan Delahousie, this is The Meeting Place, Strobe Light, the new music food truck.
Never give up, feeling at the bottom. I can't stop it. I try and block it, but you're always knocking me down. And I sit here and rush you. You come and lift my weight, yeah. All of the times it's been us two. The best of me is best of you. Don't take my heart from you. Don't break into. I cannot believe I have to say this to you. Now when I'm far I've come, never forget the damage I've done. See, I don't want to go on to leave behind. I can still hear her cry. She's a tattoo on my heart, yeah. Whisper in my ear, this is my girl, you're my whole world. Anything you want, try and catch it now. She made my heart beat ring like I'm strobe light. Yeah, it goes all night when I'm with her. Yeah, everything right. Gonna make this right so they say you can fade away. Don't take my heart from you. Don't break into. I cannot believe I have to say this to you. Now when I'm far I've come, never forget the damage I've done. See, I don't go on to leave behind. I can still hear her cry.
Miss part of the show? Want to find out more about a song you just heard? You can get song and artist info, links to the song and video, even a replay of the whole show on our website at newmusicfoodtruck.com.
could fly, but my wings got clipped, sent me falling through the sky. I wish you would have kept your mask on. We'd probably still be the perfect match, yeah. I'd be living a lie if I said that I don't miss what we had, but I'm done with all your bullshit. You can't just drag me on and then quit, 'cause you don't know what you want, no. Forgetting your existence. Just say you never cared and walk away. Don't ask me how I'm doing lately. That's all just fake. In fact, just forget that I exist. Throw all the things away. Lord knows I've done the same. I wish you would have kept your mask on. We'd probably still be the perfect match, yeah. I'd be living a lie if I said that I don't miss what we had, but I'm done with all your bullshit. You can't just drag me on and then quit, 'cause you don't know what you want, no. Some bad decisions in my life. I wouldn't say that I'm the greatest, at least I'm not fake. But now I feel the need to set it straight, that the worst one's still to date. It's you, I hate your face. I hate your face. I'd be living a lie if I said that I don't miss what we had, but I'm done with all your bullshit. You can't just drag me on and then quit, 'cause you don't know what you want, no. Your bullshit.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Broken with Your Existence. At least that's what I'm assuming BRKN stands for. The Broken. I'm Stace Edwards. This is the new music food truck. Hot off the grill, brand spanking new stuff from Third Eye Blind. It's the title track to their new record called Screamer. It features a collaboration with Alexis Krauss of Sleigh Bells. Take a listen. Let us know what you think of this one. Hit us up on our Facebook page or our Twitter page. We'd love to hear from you. Third Eye Blind at Screamer. It's hot off the grill. The new music food truck.
Stop between us. It makes me feel the fight like a screamer. So let me hear you.
New music, cooked to perfection. It's the New Music Food Truck.
Have a drink. I don't wanna have another drink today. And I don't wanna think. I don't wanna think about what's inside. Take a car, driving straight off the cliff. 'Cause every day is sinking in it. I don't want another part of it. Don't want another part of it. And I'm slipping away. And where do I go from here? Nothing is ever clear. Thinking about way too much, and where do I go from here? Contemplate. I'd rather take a shot than try to be late. And now I'm sick and throw it up, but I just can't get enough. And thought you feel so deep in water so shallow.
Brand new music, Never Loved is the name of the band from their self-titled EP. Single's called Where Do I Go From Here? Find out more about those guys at newmusicfoodtruck.com.
The New Music Food Truck. Chef's Choice.
Well, fans of the Wombats will know who Matthew Murphy is, and you may have heard him even talking about a solo project he's been working on. Well, now we know what that is. It's called Love, Fame, Tragedy, and the EP will be out on September 13th. It's called I Don't Want to Play the Victim, but I'm Really Good at It, and we're loving the new single, My Cheating Heart. Our Chef's Choice, it's Love, Fame, Tragedy, the New Music Food Truck.
Mistakes, wanna shake, shake, shake. Money, women, cars, leave my head among the stars. Cause I want it all, yeah, yeah, I want it all. Puppet on a string. Is it such an evil thing just to want it all? Yeah, yeah, I want it all. So do I sink or do I float now? And does this river flow back to the start? Back to San Francisco, before you met my cheating heart. Cheating heart. Cheating heart. Before you met my cheating heart. If you relate my credit cards, 'cause temptation occupies my head. I wanna stay, don't wanna talk. I decline the truth in all the words you said. Money, women, cars, leave my head among the stars. 'Cause I want it all, yeah, yeah, I want it all. Puppet on a string, is it such an evil thing just to want it all? Yeah, yeah, I want it all. So do I sink or do I float now? And does this river flow back to the start? Back to San Francisco, before you met my cheating heart. Cheating heart. Cheating heart. Before you met my cheating heart. Sink or do I float now? And does this river flow back to the start? Back to San Francisco, before you met my cheating heart. Cheating heart. Cheating heart. Before you met my cheating heart.
What will those crazy Edwards brothers serve up next? Stay tuned. It's the new music food truck.
What's one of your favorite memories?
That's a tough question. Well, there was this one time I went camping with my parents in a forest back when I was maybe like 8 or 9. And I can remember one night we were laying out in our hammocks and we were just, watching the trees rustling in the wind above us, and we could hear the sounds of the forest all around us. Frogs singing and owls calling and the creek running nearby. It was amazing. It felt like we were a part of it all. I don't know if I do it justice trying to describe it, but I'll definitely never forget it.
Most of us have a memory of being in nature we'll never forget. Let's protect the world's natural places so more memories can be made for generations to come. Visit worldwildlife.org.
Woo! Let's get crazy!
In movies, when someone at a party jumps into a pool fully dressed, everyone cheers them on and jumps in too. Just so you know, in real life parties, nobody jumps in after you. You just look stupid.
Come on, jump in! Come on!
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. Look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hamilton the Pug, Instagram star and shelter pet. Amazing adoption stories start in shelters. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
This is a public service announcement test from TakeMeFishing.org to determine if you need a fishing license and boat registration before heading out on the water. Let us begin. Are you a bear? Do you have a beak? Do you have plumage? Please tell me you answered no, which means you need to get a fishing license and have your boat registered, because it helps local conservation efforts protect the very natural resources you enjoy boating and fishing in for generations to come. Do your part at TakeMeFishing.org.
And now a shocking announcement.
That was tasty.
It's the After Dinner Mint on the New Music Food Truck.
Hey, it's Stace. We're back with the After Dinner Mint. Stick around. I've got some details on Monument Indie Fest. It's happening out in Colorado. 2-day festival coming up over Labor Day weekend. I'll fill you in after Rhett Repko. It's got a new EP called Songs of the Night. The single's called A Broken Song. It's our After Dinner Mint, the New Music Food Truck.
I think that my heart needs a broken song. Something with words that I've known all along. Don't know how long this has gone on. Tell her that my love's good is gone. She always had too many things to say. How come none of them made me feel okay? Don't know how long this has gone on. Tell her that my love's good is gone. Don't know what went wrong. I've looked far too long, losing all I've got. I need a broken song. I try to smile, but it never stays. I've been like this for one too many days. Don't know how long this has gone on. Tell her that my love's good is gone. I never thought that I could feel such pain. It sneaks up on you, then it wants to play. Don't know how long this has gone on. Tell her that my love's good is gone. Don't know what went wrong. I've looked far too long, losing all I've got. I need a broken song. Don't know what went wrong. I've looked far too long, losing all I've got. I need a broken song. Don't know how long this has gone on. Tell her that my love's good is gone.
That's Rhett Repko, A Broken Song, our After Dinner Mint. This is the New Music Food Truck. Well, if you're looking for one more getaway this summer, might I suggest over Labor Day weekend, it's Monument Indie Fest. It's happening Saturday and Sunday, August 31st and September 1st. Western Museum of Mining and Industry. This promises to be a great event. The Dolly Rots on one night, the Unlikely Candidates on the other night, plus our friends Band of Shepherds, Promise to Myself, Brent Bird Band's going to be there. Should be a great time. And again, if you want to just make a trip out to Colorado and you need a little push, a little shove to get you there, Monument Indie Fest. We've got all the details on our site at newmusicfoodtruck.com. Special thanks to our friends over at Tri-Lakes Radio, Fish Creek Radio, and all the great people over at Indie On Air. We'll talk more about Monument Indie Fest and feature some of those bands in the upcoming weeks. That's it. We're done. We'll restock. We'll be back again next week with a fresh show. We'll talk to the band The Greeting Committee. We'll feature brand new stuff from Starcrawler, Slater Kinney, The Driver Era, The Heavy, and a whole lot more. If you'd like to catch a replay of this show, you can find it in its entirety at newmusicfoodtruck.com. We've even stripped it down to a playlist for you. Get the link, newmusicfoodtruck.com. I'm Stace. The New Music Food Truck is produced by my brother Jim Edwards. He owes me a pint. Hey, Jim, hit the heat lamps on the way out, will you?
Hey, get that thing out of here!
It's the New Music Food Truck, powered by Ion Indie Magazine.